Look at that. For those of you who don't know what that is, the modern day fans that have been supporters for, let's say, a few years, which is, you know, their choice. Just to point you what those are, what this is. This is a shirt from 2003 to 04. This is it's got Coppinger on the back, but 2004, the year I started supporting Doncaster Rovers and never stopped since. Those are the good days. The days when we kept going up and up and up. Under John Ryan, we were pressing, we were playing hard. We had Dave Penny, we had Sean O'Driscoll, we had the beauty managers. Those are the classic Bellevue days. What have we got here in 2021? New manager who's got a hell of a job on his hands. A group of players that aren't good enough. A footballing coaching setup that, in my opinion, looks promising, but it's not being used to its full potential as of yet. And we are being run. Well, that's up to you to decide. Wycombe beats us 2-0. It's our 8th defeat in 11 games. 2 wins and a draw. 7 points. 4 points off safety with 2 games in hand. And now we have a crucial week ahead of us. Next 5 games against teams placed between 16th and 22nd. This is a season-defining moment. Because if we don't get anything from these next 5 games, or if we get maximum 2 or 3 points, this could be a long old season. And it could end up, and this is the first time I've probably said this, it could end up resulting in relegation to League 2 for the 2nd time under the current ownership. I don't know what else you need me to say about that. So many things went wrong today. So many things. Free press proposed to the lineup. Came out as a 4-2-3-1. Playing close and Bostock in the holding midfield roles. Playing Dadu as a cam. Having Chikura up front. And let's be honest, even though there was nothing really on target for us, I thought the movement from the likes of Chikura, Vilka, Dudu, etc. looked a little bit sharper. But movement doesn't count for anything unless you get goals at the end of it. Or create chances, big chances. And we didn't do any of that. So it's good that they're gradually improving, but we need to see something happen with that improvement. Sorry to be blunt and harsh, but that's the reality of it. Defence absolutely is a shambles. Rosean Williams, he looked like he had an error in him today. And every time he had the ball, he had an error in him. Giving away sloppy passes, holding on for it for too long, going forward where he couldn't track back. We need Cameron John back. We need Cameron John back. We need Alowu to start on Tuesday against Gillingham. Like, just something. Just to give Rosean Williams a break or a rest or something to just reflect and think and come back stronger and better. But what else can we do? What else can we do? I don't know. First 17 minutes, Wycombe getting the 2 goals all over us, 2 set pieces, which we didn't mark from. And then the second half, just nothing really happening. Very end-to-end at certain points, but Wycombe were pretty much making it look like a training session for them. We didn't do anything to them. We didn't do anything to Wycombe. Apart from a couple of moments in the first half, we didn't really do anything. Didn't look like doing anything. Didn't even show we were going to do anything. I mean, it's like saying you're a master of origami, but then you can't even fold a paper in half. We're saying we're going to do this, this and this, and we're not delivering right now. On the pitch, as far as some people go, off the pitch as well. And it's a very confusing situation right now. It really, really is. It really is. I don't know what else can be said. Let's just get into the player ratings. You'll see in the vlog anyway, so you'll see my frustrations. First of all, the substitutes. Galbraith, Smith, and John Taylor, of course, coming back. First game since March. Well, March, April time, you know what I mean. Since the Portsmouth game under Andy Butler's caretaker charge when Darren Moore left. Galbraith, I'm going to give him probably a 6. One of the only players to get a 6 today. Well, one of a few. I think he actually looked like a bright spot today. I think he actually did some good things with the ball when he came on. And it's quite ironic that for the last 20-25 minutes he's on, he gets man of the match by the end of the performance. Does that say everything you can about the rest of the squad? I think it does. I think it does. Matt Smith, 5, not enough impact. John Taylor, 5, not enough impact. Let's go into the starting 11 then. Dahlberg, 6. Goals weren't really his fault. Could have done a little bit better in my opinion with them, but not entirely his fault. It's defensive mistakes, not marking on the back post, etc. The fullbacks, Rowe and Noyle, they both get 6s as well. They put in decent shifts today. I think Rowe's Tommy Rowe. He looked up for it again. Carl Noyle made some excellent tackles, definitely got forward a lot more, definitely good. I think Tom Anderson and Roshan Williams both get 4. Sorry, it's the partnership. It's a partnership thing, it's a centre-back partnership. It's not individuals, it's a partnership. And in my opinion, Anderson and Roshan Williams together, as a collective, need to do a hell of a lot better than today. Tom Anderson was probably the better of the 2 centre-backs, without a shadow of a doubt. Roshan Williams needs to look himself in the mirror and think, what can I do to improve? My opinion. Close and Bostock, 6, but low 6s. They did do okay. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too outrageously bad, but again, nothing to stand out or shout about. Bostock, in my opinion, I think he's better playing further forward as a midfielder, and I don't get why we play with a 4-2-3-1. I don't get it. It's the Darren Moore formation we tried to leave behind. Why we changed formation, I had no idea. And then to do it, Cam, got to give him a 6 as well. He had a presence up there, but again, just nothing really happening. Got forward quite a few times. Vilker and Hawula on the wings, again, 6. Again, just nothing too spectacular. And Chikura up front, like I say, he looked a bit sharper, but again, just no final product, so I've got to give him a low 6. But now we move on to Tuesday and Saturday. Gillingham away on Tuesday, Cheltenham at home on the Saturday next week. What are we going to do then? What are we going to do? Because surely, we cannot screw this up again. Surely not. We can't. Gillingham, Cheltenham, Cambridge, Charlton. All of them should be wins. In fact, I've got the whole schedule in front of me, in fact. At least the next 5 games anyway. Let's have a look at the list we've got coming up, shall we? Because trust me, I'm not looking forward to it from a form point of view. Gillingham, Cheltenham, Cambridge, Charlton. Then in November, we've got Crewe, we've got Scunthorpe in the Papa Johns, Fleetwood, Lincoln, Bolton, Burton. So out of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 points in the league. Exclude the Papa John's trophy, because I'm not going to cover that. 27 points in the league. If we don't get at least 4 or 5 wins. 4 or 5 wins minimum out of the next 9 league games. Even 6 wins is probably a minimum. 6 out of those next 9 games wins. We're in trouble. Huge trouble, especially when you look at the sides that we're coming up against. Let's just compare the table, shall we? Let's compare the League One table, because that is telling of the kind of opponents we're coming up against. So, First of all, let's go on about our next game, Gillingham. Gillingham are 20th, 4 points in front of us, and we've got 2 games in hand on them. Then we've got Cheltenham. Cheltenham, they're 14th, and they are 8 points ahead of us. With we've got a game in hand on them. Cambridge, the postponed fixture that's been rescheduled to this date, are 18th, 14 points, which means we are 7 behind them, with the same amount of games played. Charlton, 22nd, 9 points. We've got a game in hand on them. Crewe, ahead of us by a point on 8 points in 23rd place. We've played 1 less game than them. Fleetwood, 19th, 13 points. We are 6 points behind them, and we have the same amount of games as them. Lincoln, 13th, 15 points, which means we are 8 points behind them, and they have played 1 more game than us. Bolton. Now, Bolton, they are 10th, 18 points, which means we are 11 behind them, which is embarrassing in my opinion. Not from a Bolton point of view, but from a Doncaster point of view. It's embarrassing. And they've played 2 more games than us. And finally, Burton. Burton had 19 points, which means they are 12 ahead of us, and we have 2 more games to play to get back with them. They have 2 games in hand over us. So it makes you see how important these next results are going to be, because they're going to define our season. If we are not, by the very least, by when December comes along, if we are not at least on double-digit points by December, I'm going to start to panic and start to look down the trapdoor and think, maybe this is our year, we're going down. But the thing is, though, and this is coming from someone who supports the board, who supported them all the way through, especially during COVID when they kept us afloat, why should it have come to this? Just being brutally honest out there, why should it have come to this? Why has it come to this? Where we've gone from top of the league, or nearly top of the league, nearly a year ago, to now bottom of the league in the space of 7, 8 months. I'd say that. 8 months, 7, 8 months. We're bottom of the league in the space of 8 months. I can't explain it. Can you explain it? I can't explain it. It's got to be better than that. Got to be hugely better than that. But that's going to be it for this review. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm Aaron Chandler from Forever Football, DRFC, Keeler in the Rovers life, and that, my friends, full time. Rovers side die. Thank you very much. And fingers crossed we don't lose again, but more than likely on form, we probably will do.